Please welcome to the stage Director of the Polish Institute of International Affairs, Jarosław Ćwiek-Karpowicz.
Ministers, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Polish Institute of International Affairs 2026 Strategic Arc. It is both my privilege and responsibility to once again open this very important conference. This year, we are focusing on a very substantial and serious subject, preparing for wars to come. We meet in Warsaw, where the past is not a distant memory. It is present in the city's streets, architecture, institutions, and in the memory of its people. A month ago, we commemorated the anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising 1943, and quite soon in August, another anniversary of the Warsaw Uprising 1944. I'm personally devoted to both events as my grandfather participated in the preparation of the Warsaw Uprising, especially after the death of his brother-in-law, who had been just released from Auschwitz. All these things remind us that peace is not a given condition of international politics and life. It is something that must be built, protected, and restored at immense cost. This reality frames our task for the next 2 days. We are here because we understand that failing to prepare for conflict does not prevent it. I would say the opposite. Unpreparedness invites risk of miscalculation and instability. The strategic environment which the community of democracies faces today is more complex than at any point in recent decades. Lines between war and peace are increasingly blurred. Conflicts no longer begin with formal declarations. They start quickly with a cyber attack on critical energy infrastructure like in the Baltic Sea, with the manipulation of information ecosystems or economic coercion. Russia is in its 4th year of war against Ukraine while preparing for a war to come against the West. PISM experts recently noted that within 3 to 5 years, it will have credible capabilities to conduct offensive operations against one or more European countries in our region. Since 2022, Russia has sharply increased military expenditures, spending roughly $190 billion on defense last year, making it the world's 3rd largest military spender behind the US and China. Russia continues to threaten parts of our region and is ready to sustain warfare by conducting missile and cyber campaigns, all to test our cohesion and collective will. This leads me to say that if our adversaries are adapting, then we must adapt faster. Preparation must be comprehensive. Military capability remains essential, but it is no longer sufficient on its own. Societal resilience has become a core component of national security. The ability of a population to absorb shocks, to maintain solidarity, and to resist manipulation is as important as the strength of armed forces. It was very clear for Polish students, among them my father, who protested here in Warsaw in March 1968 against communist oppression and Soviet domination. This, in my opinion, raises today difficult but necessary questions. Are our political systems prepared to act decisively? Are our economies structured to withstand sustained disruption? Are our critical infrastructures well protected? And perhaps most important, are our societies mentally prepared for the possibility of prolonged crisis? These are not purely technical questions. They are deeply political, requiring trade-offs, prioritization, and, at times, tough conversation with the public. Policy, strategy, and technology are all critical, but finally decisions are made by people. under pressure, with incomplete information, often with limited time. Investing in human capital, in expertise, in judgment, in leadership is therefore fundamental. We need institutions that can attract and retain talent, think long-term, and operate effectively across disciplines. This is precisely why strategic arc matters. Over the next 2 days, we will examine scenarios, make and test assumptions, and debate policy options. Our panelists bring together perspectives from government, academia, industry, and civil society. This diversity is not a luxury, it's a necessity. I encourage you all to approach these discussions with a spirit of openness. Question what seems obvious. Revise what has long been taken for granted. Be willing to engage with different views. And above all, focus on practical outcomes, on what can be implemented or improved. Ladies and gentlemen, the future we're preparing for is not clear, but is manageable if we approach it with seriousness, cooperation, and a commitment to learning. Preparation is also about responsibility. It is about that if crises come, we are ready. It is about strengthening the foundation of stability so that conflict becomes less likely. And it is about preserving, as best as we can, conditions for peace. I wish you a great discussion, great time, and thank you very much for your attention.